Welcome to the Talking Sport Report podcast with Scotty and Eggo.
Unbelievable!
G'day and welcome to the Talking Sport Report. This is Eggo and across from the mic here is Scootus. We talk about sport each and every Sunday night. We've done it now for a good 34, 35 weeks. And why the hell would we not want to delve into the biggest talking topic of the world, Scotty, right now? The second Ashes test is done and dusted. Well, technically, as we record this, not quite there. There's, 30 runs to be get, but we just go, look, let's just cop it.
Well, yeah, unless something drastic happens, it's pretty much done. We need 28. We're one down. Marnus is at the crease. As I said to you, Big Travie has just played on. You're pretty confident. I'm confident. There's no excitement from the Poms there whatsoever. 2-0.
There's a classic rule when you're betting and gambling. Never go the crow too soon. When you've got your horse or a greyhound that's out in front and you start going, yeah, and you go, come on. And next minute, last hop, bang, it gets done on the line. And you think, oh, Jesus, went the crow too soon. I don't think that's going to happen here. If they were to get rattled by 10 wickets in the space of 30 runs, I'd be very, very surprised. So I'm happily to say, Scotty, it's now official. The Aussies are too good playing with the pink, and England are officially two in the stink.
That is such a good headline. I expect to see that tomorrow morning on news.com, 9MSN. Look, to be honest, I expect a press conference from Donald Trump to discuss the result. But overall, fantastic game yet again. I mean, I am glancing because I have got it on the screen there beside me. I am technically working with you, but
yes,
you know yourself when you got the cricket on. Well, technically, this is research.
Yeah, you probably get away with that for a little bit longer. I would ask though, what of the match so far? Let's just think that this is really a tale of three innings. What have been your standouts of the test in the Brisbane Gabba for second Ashes test?
We're going to sound like broken records, but Starc, honestly, with the ball and then with the willow, that knock was just fantastic. What was it, 77? Honestly, I just think, are we at a point now where after two tests, you're all but sorted for player of the series? Is there anyone else out there that can potentially take this from him?
The only chance you would have had is if Travis Head did go out in this and just smash the 40 runs in no time and just went, wow, but no one can. We're going to get to it in a second with our yes-no waiting game, but I think Starc was an absolute standout. Joe Root,
definitely.
We finally see him made 100, batted very, very well. I was very happy to see the back of him in the second innings too because he looked good early.
Definitely.
And you know what? Hats off to Ben Stokes. I'll give him his credit. God, the guy's gritty. He came in at a really tough time last night to get through what was an absolute barrage from Starc and Nessa just throwing down balls and getting caught in bowls left and right. He stuck through it and gave them a shot, got him ahead. That was 6 down for a long time today. And so you got to give it to Stokes. He is a gutsy captain, but I mean, where to from here? I mean, we'll probably touch on that with yes-no waiting, but is there any initial thoughts you have on what do England do to stem the bleeding here?
I honestly think now it's just a case of, this is more of a respect thing. We discussed this weeks
They're at that
ago,
level already.
Where, definitely. Look, they're about to go 2-0 down. We discussed it a few weeks ago. We are anticipating. They are 2 in the stink.
Thank you.
They are 2 in the stink. I do apologise. We did say this a couple of weeks ago. We made the call early. We're anticipating losing some form of play to rain somewhere. I think whichever test that may be will result in a draw, which means that the series is done. After 2-0, all they can do now is play for respect, go home with a draw, and without the earn.
And the best part about this Ashes is we don't hand out precipitation. Oh my God, we don't hand out precipitation. Oh my God. We don't hand out participation awards. I got it. Far out.
Legend.
I need one for that. I need one for that. That's unbelievable.
fantastic.
That's unbelievable.
You
We
want a
don't
drink?
do that though, right?
Absolutely no participation awards given out. This now, honestly, I think it's we're at the point where it's a respect thing.
Yes, no, wait on. We like to play this where I give Scotty a statement and Scotty lets me know what he thinks it is a yes or it's a no or it's a waiting. It's not quite there just yet. So the first one, Mitchell Starc is Batman.
No. I'm going to say Iron Man.
He's Iron Man.
Iron Man. For me, Iron Man for days. What was that message that you sent yesterday? Is there anything he can't do? And I simply replied, he is God. Like, throwing the ball and he's going to take wickets. Now, give him, well, we've seen it before. Give him the bat. He will go out and score runs. He's safe with the hands. There's nothing the guy can't do. Dead set, 100% Iron Man. He's got it all. He's the one you turn to when the world is in danger.
yeah, which, funny enough, these days is not too far away. Maybe we will need Mitchell Starc outside of cricket really, really soon to help us get help us get out of the front line. You're right. He is just a machine, and the fact that he can top score 77 and still basically take 10 fors every single match. He's the pink ball king. He loves playing in the pink. And as we said, England are definitely two in the stink. Right, the next statement, because that was just an easy knock, gentle knock for six. A gentle knock for six. England need to pray for more injuries.
Oh, definitely. That's another six.
Yeah.
To the point where...
God, it's bad, isn't it?
They need... this, at the moment, they need to pray that Cummins and Hazel would have setbacks. Something happens to Starc. Head gets sick. Smith, injures a finger, so he can't field as well. I think you're right. You've nailed that one as well. They need to pray for a lot of injuries, and I think a little bit of luck. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to take that in consideration too. If England hold their catches, it's a different match with the pink ball. I know under lights they sort of say the pink ball is a difficult one to pick up with a lot of red and different colours in the crowd. And so the pink ball, and especially in that twilight zone, England find it very hard to catch the pink. Probably why they are two in the stink. But
two in the stink.
They definitely, if they make their catches, it could be a different thing. But you know what I'm sick of saying? England should be up 2-0 because they could have won Perth, they could have won in Brisbane, but they didn't. Australia have just been the better side by a long, long, long way. So the next one probably does lean into this is 5-0 should now be the favourite on Sportsbet.
Yeah, I think so, because at the moment, England's giving the bookies absolutely no reason to bring them in at a short price. Australia have done nothing wrong to warrant an option of 2-1 at after the next test. 3-1 with a washout, 3-2, 4-1. I think you're right. 5-0 at this point, after this, should now be the favourite. Definitely. I'm going to have a look what that's paying.
It would be paying because you almost like our only reason why we haven't been saying 5-0 is the one is because we feel like, as we do every year, Sydney seems to get washed out. But the way they're playing, none of these tests are getting close to 5 days. So if you think of it like that, you've almost got a day or two up your sleeve for wet weather, which wasn't the case last year with India. A lot of the tests were going the distance and years before that. So I guess with Bazball, they either get the runs quick and, we've got guys like Travie Head up the top of the innings as well, can make light work of a total. So I guess it's a different kind of version of Test cricket. So maybe 5-0's back in it. But, maybe we were underestimating the Poms a little bit. We always said that Perth and Brisbane were the two places where, with their pace attack, that was going to be their best chance of getting a win in Australia in this Ashes. But maybe it's not. Maybe they need the slower wickets because traditionally England do play better on the slow wickets like they have in England. But, you look at it from a point of view of Melbourne Test, Sydney Test, Adelaide Test, probably a bit more consistent with the way they've usually played? Would you think that'll come into it at all?
Do they? Well, the question there is, do they look at potentially bringing in their spinner? Is that something that you would? Yeah, this has clearly shown that the pace just isn't working for them at the moment. I mean, it is. Catches have gone down. Duckett's fantastic at that, and I love to see it. But I think you're right. I think it's at the time where these slower wickets are going to help. They will need to look at bringing in a spinner. Maybe
a proper spinner, because they did bring in an all-rounder who was a spinner, but he's not a great spinner.
No, exactly right. Exactly right. A specialised spinner at the moment, what else are they going to do? They haven't got many other options. They haven't got nothing else up their sleeve. They honestly look like they've exhausted all their options. They've gone back to the drawing board and they've come back with no plan B, C, or D.
Yeah. They just want mummy and they want to go home.
Yeah, that's it.
It's interesting because they do have a superstar in Stokes who bowls at a very good pace and is a very, very good bowler in his own right. So they've got this X factor where they don't have to pick 4 seamers. They can easily pick 3 seamers and go with a traditional proper spinner. And obviously this time around they decided to go with Jax as their third seamer who's an all-rounder, which, technically on paper means they bat all the way down to Jax, which he's batting basically at number 9. Yeah, which is crazy. So you're getting this incredible batting order, but it's not paying off. So you may as well go in with a bit better spinner maybe. And at the moment, the tails are wagging better than half the batters anyway, right? So you may as well just pick a proper spinner because they'll probably score more runs.
But, I mean, you've made a good point. Stokes, he's shown why he is as good as he is. He was fantastic with the ball, and you know yourself, he's only one start away from turning a 50 or a 60 into a potential 150 or a 170 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think you are 100% correct. Bring in your specialised spinner. Rely on him just a little bit more. Yeah, he's the skipper, but take it upon yourself to inject yourself when you feel it's right. He's taking wickets. If he was someone that was bringing himself on because he's the captain and he can, and he's going for 6 and over, and he's taken 2 wickets across 2 tests, maybe have a bit of a look at yourself. It's justified if he uses himself a hell of a lot more than what he does, which is hard because he already does an absolute shitload.
He does, but you look at the batting for Australia, and so of the over rates, you had Atkinson with 28, Cast with 29, Archer, who's, I'm going to say, he's been a massive disappointment. I expected so much more from him, and he's been a bit. I mean, there was that one spell and that one innings, the first innings in Perth, where I went, wow, if they can get this version of Archer for the whole series, this is game on. He has been nothing since that exact spell of like, what, a quarter of a day, because it didn't even last 2 days. So he's given us that much. But Stokes did bowl 24 overs in that innings with Australia. So he's doing the hard yards, going at 4, almost 5 and over, but is taking wickets, 3 wickets in that innings, and is batting very well. But yeah, I'm with you. I think a spinner, especially in Adelaide, especially in Melbourne and Sydney, all traditionally wickets that do house a good spinner, could be good. All right, the next question is, Joe Root is the best batsman in this series and all time since Donald Bradman?
Best batsman on paper in this series, 100%. Best batsman as we speak in this series, I disagree, but it is still early days. Still early days. We've seen a couple of hundreds, the beautiful one from Head. That 100 from Root was nice. It was good to watch as a neutral. Good to see him break the duck on Australian soil.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Don't pretend like it's good to see. You were
it's definitely
riding him. I remember getting a text from you saying, God, I hope we get him in this over, when he's been out there for one ball.
Been out there. I think he was on his way to the crease.
God, you can lie.
That's the equivalent of me if I was to come out and say, you know what, I really appreciate a beautiful innings from Duckett.
Yeah, not a chance.
Couldn't even say that with a straight face. Best, he's number one Test batsman for a reason. He is absolutely sensational. Best in this series, too early to tell, so I'm going to hit you with wait on.
Yeah. What about best since Bradman? Because there is the call of, you go through the list of epic batsmen, your Ricky Pontings, your Sachin Tendulkar, Kohli, Brian Lara. There's been so many good ones. But, I mean, runs-wise, he's way up there in terms of he basically runs-wise is, it's a hard one.
It is. It is. And it all comes down to how you're going to view it, because you know yourself, each batsman that we've just named they bring their own thing, and that's what makes them good. Yeah, Root may be such a technical, gifted batsman, but Lara had some great power. I don't know. It's in my opinion, I think it's a little bit difficult to compare him to Bradman, but in saying that, they're different times as well.
Yeah. All right, so let's look at this. Let's look at this from a little different angle. I'm going to give you the chance. Have a think now. Who your ultimate? You've got one batsman to save your life out of everyone since Bradman, so you can't
Andrew
choose
Simons.
Bradman. No, I want you to be serious here for a second.
Right.
And I know you would.
Right.
I know you would pick Simons, and not bad, but probably not in the same conversation, unfortunately, to the legend that is Roy. I want you to have a think. I want everyone listening to this podcast right now to have a think and get ready. When I say 3, 2, 1, I want you all, even in the car, if you're listening in the car, to yell out the name and see if you get close to where Scotty's at. Okay, so of all time, this is the one batsman. Are you ready?
So, we comparing Bradman with Bradman?
But not, you can't consider Bradman, but I'm going to do 3, 2, 1, then I'm going to get you say it, but just pick one. You can't go on the fence here. All right?
Yep.
Everyone in the car ready? You listen to this podcast. You're going to say it too.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Tendulkar.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The absolute maestro, wasn't he? He was just a conductor.
Definitely. It was fantastic. And it's always nice to watch highlights of Warney bowling to him. We're getting off topic here. We're now venturing down to an India versus Australia kind of setup. And anyway,
I love it, because right now the England versus Australia series is a piece of shit because England haven't turned up.
Just having a look. 8 runs to win. There you go.
Yeah. As I said, it's all over. That's all right. All right, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to say it again. Steve Smith as captain is the best version of Australia.
I think wait on, because I think they both bring different things to the game. So I am right now, I'm putting my foot down. I'm on the fence for this one, because they both bring different styles of leadership, different qualities. But I mean, in saying that, he's about to lead us to 2-0. He has bounced back very well from controversy over the years. I think
what controversy?
I'm sure, wasn't there like a bathroom stall or something? I don't know. I don't
Bubbler.
know.
No, that was Todd Carney. Shit, no, that's Todd Carney.
Look, to answer your question, and it is kind of beating around the bush, we're lucky the fact that we have 2 leaders there, that if one is out, we know we've got a world-class one there as well.
Right.
Boom.
Oh, God.
There's a non-political, sitting on the fence kind of answer.
We are just a better side, no doubt about it, when Steve Smith is captain. And Pat Cummins, you want him in the team, you want him bowling, but you don't want him captaining while he bowls. Have him down there bowling, giving advice as vice captain. Steve Smith calls the shots. I reckon we're a better team by a long, long way. The next one is Ben Stokes needs more than 2 boxes. I just found out listening to the Channel 7 broadcast. Now, this could be Stuart Board taking the piss, but he said apparently Stokes already wears 2 DPs when he goes out the bat. And did you see him in that innings, that second innings, got hit yet again on the box? And this wouldn't be the first time. I've noticed it a few times where he gets hit on the nuts, and he went down like a sack of shit. If you're wearing 2 DPs, how many more do you need?
Is he? I wonder if that's true.
How do you even work on that? Do you put one on the shaft, 2 on the berries? Like, what do you do?
Is he got like a real small one, so it's real airtight and snug? Then he's got a bigger one over the top.
Oh, that could be it.
I'm
confused.
confused.
You know what it could be like? It could be like, you know how you get those Tupperware containers
Yes.
and you can put the lid on, you can suck the air out. Is it like the first one's like more of a bag and it just compacts his jewels, and then the second one goes over the top as a harder protector?
Not where I thought you were going. I was thinking more of the Russian dolls that stack.
Oh, babushka.
Yes. I reckon he's got 6. And he's at the point where he's like, I'm gonna wear this one today and this one over the top.
Yeah.
And
I want one day for someone to step forward, cop one on the box, like with the bat raised, like you're letting the ball go through, cop one on the box and have 6 on. So just you don't even feel it. Slide the broken one out and play on.
It's just... See, now I'm at the point where I saw it yesterday. The 12th man for England came out with 6 bats and then got sent back. I'm now picturing someone coming running out with like 8 DPs, letting you pick and choose. Like,
could you imagine? It's like when you see those movies where the guy opens the trench coat with all the watches in his thing, and he's got all of Ben Stokes DPs, and some are longer, some are shorter, some are thicker, some are different colours. Maybe like the Steve Smith under eye black marks. Like maybe there's some that help his DP not cop the glare. I don't know. It just felt weird that he's wearing 2, and I love that.
Now, my other question is, do you reckon they're of like a decent size?
Well, it is Ben Stokes, and he does come from England, so probably not.
Probably not. Because I was just looking at him, and I'm like, the guy's, well, he's a professional athlete, so he's fit.
Yeah.
He's covered in ink. He's the captain. He's leading from the front. Knowing that bastard, he probably is.
No,
He
but you know what?
probably
You know what it is? Is it one of those scenarios where because he's the captain, because he now is fit, because he now has ink, he's actually making up for the fact that he has a tiny todger? And who else can put 2 TPs on unless you've got? If you're packing heat, you can't fit 2 on.
That's a good point.
It's like a condom. If you're busting through them, you are well equipped.
Oh fuck. It's 2-0 officially.
2-0. There you go. Well, it's happened. So
game was won with a 6 from Smith.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Move on to the next one. This is an interesting one. Do you rest Mitchell Starc for the 3rd test?
No.
He looked sore. He looked like a man who needed a holiday. He looked like he wanted to be on the next flight to Bali. Like he looked just buggered last night. He was on his haunches.
No, and the only reason I say no is no matter how sore he is or how tired or how tight the calves are, I get the impression that he's one of those guys that if the opportunity is there to play, he will play. He'd rather that than sitting out watching on the sideline, kind of like Nathan Lyon, who's apparently filthy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel like they could go to Starkey and simply say, "Hey, mate, you want next test off?" And I can all but guarantee he'd be the kind of guy that would turn around and say, "What for?"
Yeah.
What for?
And it looks almost a guarantee now that the Cummins and Starc are 1-2 for the next test, which is nuts. So you're going to have potentially both of those guys opening up, Scotty Boland coming on second change, and then I'm guessing you take Doggett, or do you think Nessa's done enough to sort of wheel his way in there? I mean, he didn't bowl bad.
He didn't. He took 5 far, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did. He did. I mean, could you imagine taking 5 far and getting dropped? But
6 for the match too. 6 for the match.
World-class bowler coming back. This is difficult. This is very difficult. It's hard because we're 2-0 up, and there's always that old saying, and I've said it countless times on this podcast, if it's not broken, don't fix it. But it's Pat Cummins.
Yeah,
somebody's going to have to miss out.
Hey, you've spent the last fucking 10 minutes telling me that he's the best captain in Australia, so what the hell are you going on about, you dickhead?
I'm getting there. 100%. Unfortunately, I think Doggett gets the tap on the shoulder.
Right. Okay.
He's missing out.
I'm actually feeling he's been really good, but there's something about Nessa, the way he's got an incredible line, change of pace, is that old season campaigner who will just get the most out of the wicket. You'd much rather him come into that test in Adelaide than Doggett, considering that you're going to have two out-and-out speedsters in Starc and Cummins. You kind of want that Nessa kind of bowler who just is going to be in between that, just to give that variety of different types of pace.
So basically, not to cut into our third test preview, but have we just decided that we're going Cummins, Starc, Boland, Nessa, Lyon?
No, that's a really valid point.
Okay.
I mean, what do you do? What do you do here? Who does miss out? Because essentially, if you are going to bring Lyon back, and we said we would be bringing Lyon back, that means two have got to come out.
Exactly.
So what happens here?
Exactly. So
they're probably both missing out, aren't they? Really, it's probably both. Unfortunately for Nessa, as you said, takes 6, doesn't even get a Guernsey. Doesn't get a Guernsey. You kind of got to bowl Lyon, don't you?
You have to. You have to. Yeah, because you're not going to take out someone like a Cam Green or someone like that to go in
or
an
a Scott
extra bowler.
Boland.
We
You
don't
can't
need
lose
it.
him.
No, you can't. This is going to be interesting. Let's shelve that for next Sunday.
Yeah,
Let's
and
not
I'd love
dive too
anyone.
deep into
I'd
the
love
third test
anybody
because-
to if you've got a thought on it, on what you think the Australians will do, by all means, drop us an email, talkingsportreport@gmail.com, and let us know ahead of our preview next Sunday. We're going to preview the third Ashes test. So, yeah, get in our inbox, slide into our DMs at Talking Sport Report, and have your say before we delve into what could possibly be a very interesting 13 men into 11 situation, which does sound like a porno.
Yes.
Last question for you. Do you move Ollie Pope out for Jacob Bethel?
Was it Mark Waugh? Was it Ollie Pope? Mark Waugh said when he came out to bat in the second innings, Ollie Pope, he's just another player. And he got dismissed the next delivery.
Shit.
I believe some of the commentators have simply said, at the moment, Pope's just making up numbers.
And that's not
Do
what
you
you
know
want
what?
from your number 3.
I'd keep him, and I would so send Duckett back on the next flight. If I had anything to do with it, Duckett, it's 8:35 New South Wales time, so what is it, 7:35 in Brisbane? If I had anything to do with it, Duckett would be on the 7:40 flight to Heathrow.
I feel like we should have a new segment
Done.
called Duckett Face, and it's just people that you hate if you've got a Duckett-like face, because it's all based around his face, isn't it?
The shape of his head, I don't know.
Physical
You know how there's
features, you low man.
You know how there's just some players that I don't know, sportsmen that you just look at, or sports people, and you're like, nah, not a fan. Don't care what he does or they do. Don't care how they perform. Just don't like him. Just don't.
Edge.
I don't know. Kind of like Ange Postecoglou.
Oh, that's right.
You know?
He's got Duckett face, has he?
Yeah.
Duckett
Well,
face.
more of a Duckett personality. More like a Duckett
It's like
personality all around.
yeah, you
But
almost
I
got
do
to
like
pass
the
the
Duckett
Duckett
face.
the Duckett test or something like that. Yeah. Is there anyone else that touches your fancy in the NRL world? Like, is anyone that sort of hits that Duckett-esque? I mean, Zach Lomax probably. Is he a Duckett
Zach
worthy?
Lomax definitely did receive some heat. Yeah, definitely. I'll come back to you on that. But I do like this. I think start of the NRL season, we will come in with who is this season's Duckett face.
Duckett face.
I like that.
It might be an annual award that you give away. The international award for the best Duckett. Could be any sport, any place.
And do you know
Mate,
what?
why we start it yearly? Let's do it monthly. Let's do it weekly.
The more we talk about him, the more fired up I'm getting, and I won't sleep tonight.
Yeah, that's.
I'll be so angry.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So anyway,
All right,
the
let's
Ashes
move on. I'm sick of
second
talking
test
about Duckett.
the second Ashes test has wrapped up. It's now 2-0 to Australia over England. We will be previewing the third test next Sunday night. So let's now move into Around the Grounds. We wanted to do this. This is a new segment we're going to try this week. Around the Grounds. What we want from everybody, especially if you're playing in the side or you know someone who's playing in a side that does something extraordinary in local, domestic, everyday sport. We want to hear about it. We want to celebrate it right here on this podcast. We got one sent to us this week just gone of an incredible cricket match in the Maitland area. So if you have something incredible you want to share with us, talkingsportreport@gmail.com, send it in to us and we will chat about it. Because this one we want to touch on, Scotty. You got sent this. I mean, what is it?
So basically, second grade, our old stomping ground, Thornton, old Thornton Park. You played a bit of seconds up there, didn't you?
I played, I think I played a couple in first. I just can't remember now, to be honest. I don't think I did very well. I was up there as a keeper. I didn't bat. I was normally batting way down the innings, but yeah.
I remember my debut in seconds. I got a pair. Never saw second grade since.
Yeah.
So basically the Duckett Award. But yeah,
Scotty
Thornton
Award.
played Curry Western.
Right.
Thornton played Curry Western in second grade, 80 overs. Thornton decided they will go out and in their 80 overs put on 509.
What? That's
All
a
out.
monster. All out for 509.
Yeah.
That's very rare to see that.
So-
I mean, we're talking 200-300's a pretty good score in 80 overs for like local cricket. You carried three? You doing the maths?
509 in 80 overs. Just having a look here at some of the scores. So the openers, 82 and a 12-ball duck.
Wow.
Then Peter Gabriel come out and scored a ton.
What's he doing playing second grade?
Yeah, I know.
Like, if you know your Maitland sport, basically he is essentially one of the best first graders in Maitland history, and he's playing second grade scoring 100. So
Yeah.
I love that from Peter. He's going out there going, I'm a bit older now. I'll just go out and take these bowlers and dish out some hurt. Good on him.
Nice 100. Captain, Blake Wormsley, good kid, 150. Then there was a
Far
50,
out.
13-5, 25-6. Oi, the tail wagged, 45 not out, down the bottom from their number 9.
Just name and shame here. I want to see who didn't score over 10, because clearly this was a beautiful road. Let's just name and shame some of these Thornton legends who just didn't quite get it there with the bat.
We're really going to do this?
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Opener Ethan Cook scored a duck.
Oh, Ethan.
Logan Hodges caught and bowled for 5. Kobe Warland run out for 6.
Oh,
That's
run
it.
out. See, that's tough.
Everyone else scored double figures. Yep.
Yeah.
And then in reply,
Sorry, boys.
Curry Western have gone out. In reply, Curry Western have gone out and been rolled for 114 and 196. Thornton won by an innings and 199 runs.
Wow, that is super impressive.
So,
that is a
yeah.
massive win in two-day cricket, and to score 500 in any format of the game is a beast. But when you've got basically a guy make 150, the captain makes 100, that does help a bit, doesn't it?
Just before we go any further, the first grade structure, Curry Western versus Thornton. Curry Western were rolled last week for 357. Thornton chased it down, 2 wickets down. 2 for 359, chased it down. Matty Gabriel scored 100. So did Jake Moore. 168 for Jake Moore. 134 for Matty Gab. And there was 144 off 95 balls in the first innings as well. So from one of the Curry Western boys, Benjamin Herring.
I was just trying to think then, like, oh, geez, what's in the water in Thornton? There's obviously something good cricketing in the water in Thornton. But then I realised it's because you and I aren't playing for Thornton anymore. It's probably what it is. We're not there slowing them down and weighing them down.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think you're right. You're right.
All right.
So a couple of massive results. Huge scores.
Congratulations to the boys at Thornton. That's awesome. So if you've got a great around-the-ground story you want us to cover here on the Talking Sport Report, we'd love to. We'd love to touch on it. talkingsportreport@gmail.com. All right, Scotty, it's time to get into our tip-off. This is where you and I, across the year, are going head-to-head, a $500 multi each every week, minimum 3 legs. The winner of the week gets a point, And if it's a both get our multi, then it's the one that makes the most money gets the point. Now, at the end of the year, there will be a favor and an absolute, you can't refuse it from the person who wins, gets it of the other person. Currently, you're up 4-2. There's only 3 weeks remaining technically in the year. So I have to win all 3 weeks here, or at least 2 to force a I don't know what happens if that. What happens if it's just drawn?
Like a total tip off.
Yeah, or maybe it's just,
I
don't know.
honestly reckon I've got it. If it's drawn, I'll pick 3 sports, you pick 3 sports, and the other person has to make a multi from 3 sports. So I could come at you with esport, table tennis, and snooker. And then you can turn around and go, righto, I'm going to give you aqua golf, cockfighting, and snail racing. And I'm going to make a multi, and whoever wins it.
How about we just pick a race and we just try and back a horse or something?
That's a good idea. I thought mine was more fun. Mine was more exciting.
I'm
confused. Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah, no, I'll
do that.
I'll make sure
That's
I check
fine.
the form of the snail racing over the next few weeks just so I'm up to speed when you pick snail racing for me. Anyway, so basically we both lost our multi last week. I missed out by 1. You had a couple loss as well. You're still up 4-2. Yeah, that's okay. But I still stuffed up, so there's no harm, no foul. So Scotty's up 4-2. Where are you going this week? What is your multi and what is it paying?
So I was going 5 legs, but I've decided to play safe. So I'm going in
you
the morning,
should, bro. You're in
tonight.
front. You only have to win 1 more. If you win this week, it's all over.
That's true.
What are you going?
All right. So I'm going Brighton to beat West Ham, $1.50. I'm going Denver Broncos to beat Vegas Raiders in the NFL at $1.20. And then I'm going 2 games in Spain football. And it's a rookie move. It's a stupid move because I've been fucked over by the Spanish league the last 2 weeks. I'm going Barcelona to win and Real Madrid to win $500.
You do this all the time. You go, I'm going to play it safe. Then you go to you pick some random sport in the middle of nowhere and you go, well, I'm just going to back on
3 soccer games and an NFL.
Yeah, I know, but you're going to Spain. You know what happens over there. There's a lot of match fixing.
Shut up. Yeah, there is.
There's a lot.
So $500.
Yep.
$1,357.14.
All right.
What do you got?
I have currently got a 5-leg multi. Now, call me dumb, but I really came in with this going, I have to win every week, and I have to make sure I've got more money than Scotty. Now, in hindsight, knowing you were going to play it safe and play off in the Spanish league, I should have just picked one, just went one favorite, and I would have cleaned it up. Anyway, I'm not the kind of person that will change mid bet. I'm sticking by my guns. This baby is worth $2,011.67. I've got the Denver Nuggets to beat Charlotte at home at $1.20. I'm taking the OKC to beat the Jazz at home at $1.17. I'm taking the Knickerbockers to dismantle the Magic in New York. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to take care of business against New Orleans. And I'm taking the the Buffalo Bills to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. So, again, both NFL teams are home. I feel like they're all very, very winnable matches. I wish I only had 4 now, not 5, but I'll take it. I'm taking 4. I'm taking 5 here, $2,000. Come on, get a win. Back in business, baby.
I'm nervous about your multi. I really am.
Which part
makes
you nervous?
Am. The fact that it's just all winnable.
Oh,
simple as that.
Okay, that's good.
It's all winnable. Every single part of it. I'm just having a quick look now at the Bills. Bills are second. 8 wins, 4 losses. I think you're fine.
Stop
I really
doing
think
that.
You're fine here. I think you're going to pull
Stop
this one
doing
back.
that. You Mate, you are renowned for this now. We have listeners, good listeners of this podcast, saying never ever tip my side again because you could stop a truck mid 100k an hour. Like, it's unbelievable. And you know what? Let's also, while we're on this topic, let's bring up Arsenal. Last week on the podcast, I'm an Arsenal supporter. We're cruising. We're taking on Man City. Oh, if you guys win tonight, you'll be 7 clear. We draw, and then we lose to bloody Aston Villa. You've just put the mocker on them now.
I have, haven't I? I have. I apologise. I apologise. I'm sorry. For everyone's sanity, let's move on.
Let's get to Comment
Don't
Club.
stitch anyone else up.
It's time for Comment Club. Normally I ignore all the comments. I get a lot of them. I've got to get paid for this crap.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Donald Trump. We've got a couple of ones here before we get out of here. I'm going to kick it off with your man, Will _N28, the guy that you ran into randomly at an Oasis concert. He has been one of our best. He was last week's SHOW G.O.A.T. And this week he writes, lads, I'll be glued to the TV for the second test. As for the F1, I'd love to see Oscar win. However, I have the feeling the McLaren will do exactly as Arsenal will do in the Premier League, bottle it up in the last moment and stuff it, basically. Thanks, Max. He thinks Max will take out the championship. Although history repeating itself, Schumacher won 7 and the Red Bull driver wins 4 in a row with Vettel. Now Lewis has won 7. Another Red Bull driver has to win or has won 4 in a row. So basically saying it's going to be an absolute bloodbath, and he thinks that Red Bull potentially will win with Max. He's going for Oscar. So big shout out to Will. Thank you for a lovely message in our Spotify account. You can definitely do this anytime you want. Jump into your Spotify, your Apple app, where you listen to this podcast. Give us a 5-star rating and drop us a message, and we'll read you out here in the Comment Club like we do every week. So what else has been coming through on your end, Scotty?
Got a message last night from Joel Gardner, ripper bloke. Played cricket with him at Thornton, went to school with him. Fantastic human. Basically just sent me a message to ask me how many Duckett would get. I said he'd be gone first over. He wasn't. He did say won't be far off, and he will be. Basically said love the pod. Loves giving it a listen. Told him there'd be a shout out coming. Now he's just pulled the old, just trying to swindle a little bit of merch. Wouldn't mind a sticker for the Esky and things like that. So I'm just waiting for him to come round, have a cheeky cold one, and pick up some stickers.
Yeah, it does feel like the SHOW G.O.A.T. That's got SHOW G.O.A.T. vibes to it.
You know what? I can't believe I haven't put a sticker on the Esky. I love his thoughts. That's 100%. I'm putting a sticker on the Esky myself. But, yep, always good to hear from someone that we've known for a long time, and it's always just a good excuse for someone to call around and have a cold beer.
Oh, you don't need any excuse at all, Scotty. That's for damn sure. The next one comes in from Lukey Gilchrist. Now, I had this last week. I didn't realize in the inbox before we did the podcast, but basically Luke Gilchrist went to Perth, took the Talking Sport Report merchandise, a bucket hat and a cap with him, got photos with the cap in the Perth Stadium. Bloody legendary. So big thank you. He wrote an incredible email. So basically he said the boys departed from Newcastle, had some beers, dropped off their bags, had some more beers, went to the Wacker, had some more beers, went out for dinner that night, had some more beers, they were watching from afar from a pub where they're having more beers. They went to the ground, had some more beers, got on a bus, or they walked over to after the match ended in 2 days. They went over to the Wacker and watched the T20 there, the women's T20, had some more beers. Flew back to Sydney, had some more beers. So what I got out of this was Luke Gilchrist was smashed the whole time he was in Perth. And why the hell not? He basically sent me through some audio of some fun moments with the Barmy Army, shouting out, doing some of their great songs. It would be it's an incredible atmosphere, Scotty, isn't it? With the Barmy Army in Australia, I do massively love that part of the Ashes. Yes,
definitely. The only thing that I really want to know about Luke's trip was, did they have any beers?
Yeah. I love in one section of his email, he says, from there it gets a little murky, but on Sunday we found our way over to Fremantle and enjoyed some of WA's finest refreshments on the day. This is at the back end of the email. The email's about 7 pages long, and all it basically tells me is he got drunk and apparently went to the cricket at some point.
Watched cricket. A lot of cricket.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Fantastic trip. Even though it was only a 2-day game, well, went for 2 days. Good to see you got the T20 as well. Did see some pictures on the socials. Look like a fantastic trip all around.
Yeah. Very
so,
good.
I've got one. Jimmy, our good friend Jimmy. Two things actually. Did send me a video of someone on TikTok who thinks Red Rooster are laundering money, just to kind of reiterate Jimmy's point from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And a picture of his young bloke rocking a bucket hat, a Talking Sport Report bucket hat, and a can of better beer.
Ooh,
now,
good drop.
that'd be all well and good, but Jimmy's young bloke is all of about 5 years of age, I think. And I said to him during that chat, I just said to him, I said, mate, I hope that's his. I hope that's his. Mate, looked stoked. He looked so happy. He had a cold one in his hand. He had the bucket hat. Mate, dead set. Couldn't complain. Absolute fantastic picture to receive. Dead set.
All right.
Loved it.
You've got 4 there. Now, each week we like to choose a SHOW GO.A.T, the greatest of all time listener for the week.
SHOW
And where is the SHOW GO.A.T going this week? They get a sticker or something like that. You're in charge of merch. What do they get?
Yeah.
Who's getting it?
So we've decided, and it will be the SHOW GO.A.T this week, because the simple fact, we agreed we're going to throw it over to Jimmy's young bloke. 100%.
Nice.
Looked fantastic in that bucket hat. Jimmy's got enough stickers, but he deserves it. And there was that time he saw Jason Kelsey on the TV and referred to him as me, so I'll always hold that kid in high regard. Always.
Let's give him the SHOW GO.A.T. He gets SHOW GO.A.T. Because Jimmy's got too many stickers. Let's give one of those stickers to Gardner. He can put it on his esky.
Yes.
And we're absolute mint.
Done. And
Amazing.
one more quick shout out before we wrap up. We racked up 100 YouTube subscribers yesterday.
Thank you for anyone who's following us.
Yeah, so watch out, Mr. Beast. We are coming for you. And shout out, I've been told, shout out to our 100th, my wife, forced her to subscribe. That's
Good.
the reason we ticked over the 100. Actually, we're probably at 99 now because she's probably unsubscribed.
That makes way more sense because I sent
Probably
you a text
unsubscribed.
going, mate, we are getting ready to raise the bat on YouTube. We are at 99 subscribers. And you text straight back going, it's 100 now. And I'm like, God, that's impressive. Like, I don't know where that one came from. And it's because you went over and said, now you follow the page.
Do it.
That's so good.
So,
That's so
100
good.
subscribers. So thank you to every single one of you. It's fantastic. Like I said, Mr. Beast, we're coming for you.
100%. Well, thank you so much. That wraps up the Talking Sport Report for yet another week. Join us next Sunday night or Monday or whenever you listen to it through the week. We're going to be previewing the Adelaide third Ashes test next Sunday night. If you haven't had a chance to yet, but we would really appreciate it if you could, jump on your favorite podcast app, give us a 5-star review, drop us a little message in there so we can read you out in Comment Club as well. It helps us so much. Drop us a follow on any of our pages. As I said, jump onto those subscribers and keep us adding up on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram at Talking Sport Report. Of course, each week we do read out your best comments, so email us anytime if you've got a juicy comment from this podcast, you've got a question, you've got a around the grounds classic match that you've just been involved in over the weekend, talkingsportreport@gmail.com. Scotty, until next week, my friend, that's been another cracking fun Sunday night spent just hanging out with the mates.
Just chilling. Mate, as always, thank you for having me. It has been a pleasure. And I will see you next Sunday.
Peace, love, dove.